Stoicism is an ancient philosophy of life that works on the principle of controlling freedom through acceptance of reality and control over actions. Stoics believe that the key to happiness is the development of moral virtue, moderation, and the ability to cope with adversity. This philosophy encourages living by a principle that includes moral values and connections with others. The philosopher Markus Aurelius is considered one of the founding fathers of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius, also known as Marcus Aurelius Antoninus Augustus, was a Roman emperor who reigned in the 2nd century AD, approximately 161 to 180. He lived during a time known as the Pax Romana period, when Rome was at the height of its power. I'm sure you've heard that someone was a good man, but Marcus Aurelius was actually the definition of a good man. He served as emperor of the great Roman Empire and was, in his time, the most powerful man in history. However, this was no ordinary emperor. We associate the rulers of the empire, such as Caligula and Nero, with features such as decadence, extravagance, corruption, and nepotism. Marcus Aurelius was the living opposite of these traits, ruling the empire for 19 long years. Historians look for the reason for such an impeccable attitude in his philosophy, of which he is one of the fathers. Get to know the stoicism of Emperor Marcus Aurelius. But let's stick to meditation for a moment. This piece of history written by the emperor is a collection of philosophical thoughts and reflections that he wrote for himself as a way to deal with life's difficulties. In the Meditations, Marcus explored topics related to morality, virtue, life and death, trying to find peace and inner harmony. This text is full of wise advice and tips on how to live according to the principles of Stoicism that are important to him. The Meditations are not only an expression of the emperor's personal introspection, but also a valuable source of wisdom and inspiration for modern readers. Let's now take a look at some of his worldviews which we can learn from reading Meditations. One of Marcus Aurelius' inspiring quotes from Meditations regarding interpersonal relationships is, "People are unique to each other, so either teach them or endure them." In this context, Aurelius emphasizes the universality of human experience and the community that connects us all. It talks about the importance of compassion, empathy, and respect in our interactions with other people, because we are all part of the same human family. This reflection by Marcus Aurelius focuses on building bonds based on understanding and kindness in our relationships with others. It emphasizes that every person, regardless of their differences or beliefs, deserves respect and compassion because they are part of the common experience of humanity. This quote inspires us to build positive and supportive interpersonal relationships based on mutual understanding and respect. However, what I find most interesting about his views is his opinion on the purpose of life as a man. For example, let's take a look at this quote. "A man's life is dyed in the color of his imagination." In this context, Aurelius emphasizes the essence of inner strength and personal development in the search for the true purpose of life. It suggests that true wealth and fulfillment come not from external possessions or achievements, but from inner wisdom, peace, and morality. It highlights the need for self-knowledge and striving for self-improvement as key elements of life's journey. This quote inspires reflection on values and life priorities and the search for deeper meaning and inner purpose. The conclusions drawn from the views of Marcus Aurelius are inspiring and still relevant in today's world. His Stoic philosophy, based on self-discipline, acceptance of fate, and striving for inner perfection. By following his teachings, we can find inner peace and the strength to enjoy the present moments while accepting the inevitable changes of fate. In this way, the philosophical reflections of Marcus Aurelius become not only a guide for our own journeys through life, but also an immortal legacy that will last for centuries.